Alright, everybody. So I went to the doctors earlier today, and they diagnosed me with little sniffitis, as in I got sniffles. So if I'm going every 5 seconds, it's because I got allergies, and my nose is redder than Rudolph's nose himself. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm a little bit under the weather, but that's not stopping me from uploading. So we're gonna be right into some true story animations. Shout out to these people right here for hitting the like and subscribe button and comment down below that they did. If you'd be shouted out in my next video, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. My bad that you did. All right, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. Let's get right into the video. Alright, so the first story that we got here is I've got to the hospital because of my brother. Nobody believed me.
What?
This could happen? I'm struggling to read this because of the grammar. Are y'all seeing this already? Look at the grammar. Look, like the grammar. They're acting like y'all slaves back in the day.
My name.
Like y'all acting like there's slaves in the back of the day and y'all couldn't read or write. Like what's going on?
My name is Heidi and I'm 15 years old. I'm standing in the shadows because I'm very ashamed to tell my story. But I decided that for the sake of other girls like me, I need to tell it. Would you like to know exactly what I'm hiding? Children used to poke fun at me and my mom, and adults would sympathetically shake their heads and
boo-hoo, sounds like a you problem. Like that's not my problem. I mean, you're getting bullied, you better stand up for yourself. Because me personally, I would not take that level of disrespect. And your dad needs to shave off that mustache, because that mustache looking like the Grand Canyon itself, looking like the Golden Gate Bridge. Like, what is going on?
Feel sorry for us. I think she was very unhappy when we lived together, just the two of us. But then this man Jeff appeared in the picture. Their union was quickly followed by the birth of my younger sister, and a year later, my younger brother. But despite the new places of my siblings, I began to feel like I had no place in this family at all.
Don't tell me that little baby, that little infant there, that little youngin is gonna impregnate you. This man can't even produce sperm at the current moment, bro. Like, this something ain't adding up. You're not a victim. The baby's a victim. What are you, Dr. Disrespect? What are you, bro? What are you, EDP 445? You give him a cupcake or something?
My mum was always busy with the younger ones, but I kind of expected it. Not only were they younger and needed more attention, but they were both normal, unlike me. My younger brother and sister had a...
I don't care what nobody says. I'm sorry for pausing the video so much. We're only 48 seconds in. But dude, we're all weird. Let's be honest. Every single person in this earth is weird. Like, we all have our own things that we do. So, like, we're all weird at the end of the day. So, like...
A dad who didn't leave them straight after their birth and loved them unconditionally. I was very envious of them. My mum seemed to forget that I even existed, and I decided to remind her as little as possible.
Fake parents.
She had enough on her plate. But then again, soon I would too. At my school, it seemed like my classmates had a competition running. Who could create the most offensive nickname for Heidi? The winner was undoubtedly Charlie. He called me Wormface.
I don't know if anybody else finds that funny, but to me, I do not find that funny. Like, who finds Wormface funny? Like, good one. Oh, that's a knee slapper. Good one. No, bro. If anybody should be calling names, it should be her calling you with that, this may be taking L's, because as you can tell here, this man has an L-shaped nose. Yeah, this man has a dick-shaped nose, actually, so, I don't know if he should be talking in the first place.
By high school, everyone had forgotten my real name. I didn't tell anyone that I was being called names. After all, what was the point? I was used to no one listening or anybody loving me. Around the time I entered high school, I used to fantasize about my dad. I used to dream that he would return, big and strong, and
oh, your dad left you. Okay, that explains it. Okay, that explains it. No father figure in the life. Oh, okay. That explains it more, that you have no father figure.
Upon learning what was going on at school, he would fix everything. Cruel Charlie would get it the worst. I wished it was reality so badly. Once, I actually wrote a letter to my dad. I poured my soul onto that page, telling him everything about my school life, the name calling, and the dream of meeting him once again. But I didn't send the letter. Where would I send it, of course? I decided to save up my pocket money for surgery. I'd remake my face into a beautiful one, leave this town, and start a new life somewhere in the city.
I never understood plastic surgery in the first place. And second of all, if you sent that letter to your dad would be like, I don't give a fuck. But anyways, I don't understand plastic surgery though. Like, I mean, like if you have to get it, by all means get it. But like, if you're doing it just because you want a better nose or like better looking face or anything, like, dude, there's no like I guess like do you boo, but like everybody is beautiful in their own skin. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter. Like Christ, we're all made in God's image. So like we're all beautiful at the end of the day. So like there's no point in getting plastic surgery, but you do you, boo.
In the meantime, to keep myself busy, body and mind, I went swimming. I liked it so much. I just swam, day in, day out, until one day who should appear
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
but Charlie, cruel Charlie.
Cruel Charlie, don't think cool about that. He don't got no nipples. Like, where's this man's nipples at? Where's this man's belly button at, bro? Just wipe that smirk off your face. Gotta know you're fatherless too, with them soulless eyes, black void eyes, bro.
By the side of the pool. It was there and then that my nightmare began. After swimming for most of the evening, I showered, changed, and went home. Whilst on my way home, my phone went off and I saw I had a video message from Charlie. When I opened it, I was stunned and horrified by what I saw. This douche, whilst I was swimming, had somehow got a hold of my towel and, well, jerked off on it. I had used this towel to dry off, not
Oh, what the fudge? What the fudge? There is no way this man said, I got a good prank. Instead of calling her warm face, nah, let me real quick go in her locker, get her towel, and just bust a nut in it real quick. What? Ew! Get this disgusting guy off the show. Get this disgusting guy. No, he's a menace to society. He has to go. Lock him up. He deserves life in prison. What is this guy even doing? Dude, lock in, dude. You're not pulling the shorties with this one. You pull 0 girls, bro. Lock in.
30 minutes ago. How disgusting. I cried all the way home, but the worst was yet.
This man nutted in your towel, bro. You gotta get it back in blood. You gotta get it back in blood, bro. You gotta, nah, bro. You gotta do a drive-by on him and get it back in blood. There's no other way of getting it back.
To come. Charlie had showed the video to all our classmates. To my surprise, many people thought it was too far and cruel, but found it
thank the
hilarious and the mockery of me continued. I fantasized more and more of the day my dad would come and knock Charlie's teeth out.
Your dad's not coming back. Just stop imagining that. He's not coming back. There's no point imagining that with them noodle. Listen, this man got a big old biceps, anything like that, but this man got his little legs that looks like noodles. The things are going left and right.
2 weeks later, I discovered to my horror that I was late. 5 days late, in fact. I was constantly sick and dizzy at the time for no obvious reason. I remember my mother having similar feelings when she was pregnant with my brother and sister. I remembered the towel. And Charlie. What if I was pregnant from this jerk? I shuddered as I remembered drying myself everywhere with that damn towel. On the internet, I checked and to my horror discovered that it was possible to get pregnant this way. I desperately wanted to talk with someone, but alas, there was nobody for me to talk to. I rushed alone to the pharmacy for a pregnancy test. It confirmed my worst fears. I was pregnant and my baby's father was cruel Charlie.
Wow. Yeah, no. I mean, in the end, he paying child support unless this man does like what's that guy's name? Yoji or something like that from Gojo Kaisen. Unless this man just just like ends up killing himself, then I pay child support or just avoids paying child support in general. This man gotta pay child support somehow. So in the end, though, you're making that money, baby.
I gathered my meager savings and decided to fix things. I would not have his child. The very next day, I went to a doctor and explained my sorry little tale. I begged the doctor to save me from this terrible pregnancy. I asked him not to tell my parents anything because I was ashamed. The doctor listened and then told me that stopping the pregnancy would be impossible. When I heard those words, I lost consciousness and collapsed to the floor. I woke up in the hospital ward. My mum was sat beside my bed and was
What's the thing on her
crying
face?
softly. I began to stammer out an apology, trying to explain about the towel and Charlie. But she didn't listen to a word I said. She showered me in kisses and began to ask for forgiveness. I didn't understand anything that was happening.
Fake
Forgiveness
mom.
for
Don't
what?
trust her. It's a fake
Mum,
mom.
I'm pregnant, I shouted. There was a moment, perhaps the longest in my life, before my mum reacted. With tears in her eyes, she explained, I wasn't pregnant. I couldn't be. My ovaries did not work as they should do. There was an abnormality in my body that caused the pregnancy test to show a positive result. My appearance was a direct result of this hormonal imbalance too. Behind my mother, a figure appeared in the doorway and something incredible happened.
No.
A man came into the room with a bouquet of flowers.
I guess you wonder where I've been.
That's not your. That's not your dad. That is not your dad. Nah, bro. He has the same. He has the same L-shaped nose or dick-shaped nose as that one guy who nutted in your towel, bro. Like that's a step, bro. This is definitely. This is not that website. What are y'all doing? I can't get demonetized, bro. Like y'all making me
He approached my bed timidly. Heidi,
back.
I'd like you to meet someone. This is your dad. And again, I almost
I'm
passed
back with
out.
the milk,
I couldn't
bitch.
believe it. Here in the hospital room, where I couldn't hide my face, I met the most important person in my life. I will never forget his first words to me.
Let
The
that
daughter
goatee,
he had
bro,
never
come on.
seen. You were the most beautiful girl in the world. I'm so
And man got that I'm loving it. Haircut having it. My hairline, bro.
so glad I have a chance to meet you. The truth came out there and then, in that hospital room, between the three of us. My father hadn't known that I even existed. My mum explained everything. She was older than my dad, and when she fell pregnant with me, she had just graduated from college, whilst my dad was still in high school. They hadn't met for long, a few weeks at most, but
if this was the other way, the dad getting arrested.
they were very much in love. My mum had begun to make plans for the future when my dad informed her that he was leaving. He had won a scholarship to swim at a college on the other side of the country. My dad was a fantastic swimmer. Now it's clear why I love swimming so much.
Are y'all swimming or drowning? What form is that?
My mum had decided that my dad didn't love her at all. In anger, she told him that she didn't need a guy like him and that she had already found another. Things were said and
fake
they
mom.
both
What did
cut
I
off
say?
contact.
Fake
It was
mom.
after he had left that my mum discovered she was pregnant with me. She wanted to tell him about her pregnancy, but her pride would not let her contact him. But why did she decide to contact him now?
What is
After
this
the
stuff on her
hospital had
face?
called her about my collapse, my mother had rushed to my room to collect a few things that she thought I might like to have with me. Among them, she saw the letter that was addressed to my father. My mum had no idea of what my life was like, of the names I was called at school, of my loneliness, of how I longed to have my dad, my real dad. She resolved to fix this, and whilst I was unconscious, she had tracked my father down on social media and sent him a message. She told him the truth. It turned out that he had his own family, with 3 sons, but he always wanted a daughter. The more we spoke, the more I discovered, including that me and my dad share something other than a love of swimming. Do you remember that Charlie called me worm face? Well, I have a mark on my face. It turns
Okay,
out
that
that my
explains it.
dad has something similar, only it is on his back and a little bit smaller. The biggest shock was waiting for me after. When I asked my dad to show me the photos of my brothers, Charlie was on one of them.
You smelling that? It's not my sniffitis. It's a. I smell it. Are y'all smelling this? Like, it smells like
I
bull.
burst into tears
smells
and
like
told
bull.
my father about his hazing and his
I
wormy
knew
face.
This is step bro and step
I kept-
sister sucking the dryer. I knew it, bro. Like this is for real. Family stroke.
Quiet about what Charlie did with the towel. Do you know what? Everything happened as I wished. Dad dealt with him. Now Charlie doesn't bother me and generally ignores. Have you ever felt that nobody wanted you? Tell your loved ones about your feelings.
No.
Believe me.
Either I'm high or either I'm high as foot or the title doesn't make sense. For yes, Heidi, I'm pregnant, mom. It's because of that dang phone. They always be blaming everything on the phone, bro. I assume just be my doctor. Oh my gosh, dang. Alright, everybody, I got one more last animation for y'all here. This one is my mom wanted a boy, but I was born. That's what she has done to me. I swear these people do not know proper grammar, nor how to spell anything like that. So, but besides that, let's get right into the video.
Hey, my name is Robin and I am 16. My dad and mum always really wanted a son, but they got a girl, me. Mum said that the
Who
birth
cares?
process was difficult. Because of complications, she is no longer able to conceive children. My parents tried to raise me as a boy, and in my case, not all of it was limited to shooting lessons with a handgun in the backyard.
You're shooting straps in the backyard. What if that bullet goes through the freaking fence and you shoot a house, bro? Like these people have 0 chromosomes. They have no chromosomes, bro. Like, are you sure you didn't get dropped on the head when you were born or what? Because I'm pretty sure they did. Because who shoots a gun in their backyard?
They fully ignored my tastes and desires. Yes, they loved me and spent lots of time with me, but rather than drawing, they took me to aero modeling lessons instead of music lessons, karate. But the real problems came up when I was a teenager. Mum said, "You don't have to put on dresses just because you're a girl." Okay, but it's just that I love dresses. I wanted to look feminine, beautiful, not wear boys' sweaters and jeans. At school, girls teased me, calling me a guy, and they didn't want to be friends with me. Though a guy from the karate club named Dave and his friends accepted me into their circle. Dad, it seems, somewhat tried to understand me, but Mum, the scandal she started when she found cosmetics under my bed. I had saved up pocket change for 2 months to...
Bro, it's just makeup, bro. Get off of her, bro. You're meat riding so much. Get off of her. You're on her, get off her, bro.
I was really happy to get such a present. Dave, too, who constantly asked me to drive him around on it.
You're riding with the ribbon is still on it, bro. Like, bro.
I spent lots of time with Dave. I didn't even notice myself fall in love with him. When he looked at me with his green eyes, I melted like an ice cream cone. But he didn't see a girl in me. He got used to me being one of the guys. And then I decided to take...
Now you know how we feel, bro. Now you know how we feel, bro. When girls eject us, bro. Like, just give me a chance.
The initiative. I sent Dave a message. Come to the movie theater. Your friends, Rob and Tim, and I will be there. Of course, other than him, nobody got the invitation. So then Dave saw a girl in me. I decided to put on a dress, high heels, and makeup. I was getting ready for an hour and a half. I was very nervous. I got the dress and heels from Mum's room, as well as the makeup. I hoped to leave unnoticed from the back door, but Mum saw me. She yelled. Then she forcefully took me up to the bathroom and started washing off the makeup. I tried to get free when suddenly a seam snapped. The dress ripped. That's when I started crying. Why don't you want a daughter? I ran into my room, quickly dressed into my regular clothes, and either way went to Dave. I already stopped hoping that evening would bring me something good, but I saw Dave with a big bouquet of flowers.
Hey, my man there to claim some chicks. Good luck, my brother.
He said that he saw through the SMS, understanding that I made everything up. Then he asked his friends, none of them whom knew about the movie. He said, I have already been in love with you for a year. With every second, I blushed more and more. Why didn't you show me what you felt? He said. I was scared to admit it. I thought you were too cool. It ends up that my appearance did not stop him from seeing a girl in me. I came home happy. Mum waited for me in the living room. I expected another fight, but for the first time in my life, she apologized. Then started crying and told me the truth. It ends up that I had an older brother. They loved him a lot, but he had bad health. A couple months after birth, he died. A year later, I appeared, and my parents carried over their love for their son onto me. I understood that this situation cut a deep wound into her. We made up, and
that's all right. They made up in the end. They all lived happy ever. They all lived happily ever after at the end of the story. So that's great. And them cookies on the table be looking like acorns. If y'all enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below that you enjoyed the story. And thank you so much for 88 or 89 near dang 90 subscribers. Thank y'all so much for that. And thank and praise God for that. Thank y'all so much for watching though. I love y'all. Peace out.